Hi! Today I want to show you Procreate and all the information that you'll need to start using this app. So it is for iPad and you need Apple Pencil for that. So yeah, let's start with the basic navigation, basic controls. So what I love about iPad and Procreate is that you can move with your fingers on the canvas. So yeah, if you take your two fingers and you hold them onto the canvas, onto the iPad screen, you can move, okay? Also, you can rotate with your fingers, zoom out. So that is very nice. Okay, so on the left side, you have the basic control panel of the brush. So yeah, the first thing is you have your size of the brush. So here you have smaller, here you have bigger. Okay, down below is the eyedrop, which you can help you pick a color. So let's say we want this color, or we want this color. Oh, not this, but this. Okay, so with that we can yoink the color, and now we can draw in this. So yeah, here you have the opacity control, so you can make it, you know, like almost non-visible, and here you can, you know, what it says it does. So yeah, below that we have the undo and the redo buttons, which you don't need because you can actually undo with just tapping your two fingers on the screen, and it's undone. Which you don't need because you can actually undo with your two fingers. So yeah, if you tap two fingers on the screen, you can undo your strokes. So yeah, with three fingers tapping, you can redo. See, that's actually amazing. So yeah, also if you double tap your Apple Pencil, you can choose the eraser tool, and if you tap it again, it goes to the brush. So yeah, this is like life quality things. So yeah, here you can that. Okay, now on to the next thing, which is the upper right corner where you have tools. So the first one is the brush. So if you press this icon, this brush icon, it shows you all the brushes or all the categories, groups, which you can choose to pick a specific brush. There are a couple of amazing, actually Procreate brushes are all really good, but I use only mine that I made myself. So yeah, here we have like my basic hard brush and the basic size that I use. It lets, actually I love this brush, and I tried to recreate my Photoshop brush, so it's almost the same. But yeah, here we have the blend brush that I use instead of smudge tool. I prefer this much more because it's close to my brush, my Photoshop brush. So yeah, that's why I use it. That's why I made it. Here we have our soft brush, airbrush. It's useful sometimes. And here we have like a specific brush for highlights in skin. Yeah, that's why I use it. It gives the pop, the eye, the nice thing to look at. So yeah, here obviously we have a lot of brushes. You can try it for yourself. What did I do? Okay, no, I don't care. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of brushes. Okay, so now onto the smudge tool that I don't use. It's weird for me. I mean, I don't use it. I can I don't know how to say, that's why I don't use it. But it's, I mean, it does almost the same thing. I mean, the same thing as my blend brush. So yeah, now I actually see that the transition is nice. Yeah, maybe I'll use it more. Okay, now next thing is the eraser tool. Basic. I don't have to explain it. It just erases the brush strokes. So yeah, Okay, next thing is layers. The first thing in layers is the plus button, which adds a new layer. Okay, now if you swipe to the left your layer, you can lock it, duplicate, or delete. Actually, I think that if you draw something, it... Okay, no. I thought there was clear before. Whatever. Yeah, you can delete, you can lock, which you can do anything with this layer. If you lock it, you have to unlock it. And then you can duplicate, which duplicates your layer. Now, if you press on the layer, anywhere, whatever you want, here you have another option. You can rename it, select, copy, fill, clear, alpha lock. Alpha lock lets you only draw on this thing that you already draw. Mask, clipping mask, invert, reference, merge down, combine them. What I also use is clipping mask. Now, if you make another layer now and you press clipping mask, it clips to the layer below, and now it lets you only draw on this. So if you want this layer to be intact, you just make another layer and you clip to that. So now you can see, you can draw only on that. Yeah, that's useful. That's what I use a lot of times. So yeah, also, I mean, I talk about it. Invert, it inverts the colors. Okay, yeah. Now, other thing is to press this letter, and here you can choose the opacity. You can control it. So you see here, it slowly fades away. So yeah, here you have the blend modes. The one that I use is multiply, normal obviously, and hard light. Overlay also is useful, but you can try for yourself. So yeah, let's leave it to normal. Okay, so you can do merge down, combine down, and what it does, it just combines two layers into the one. But there is a faster way. It's just swipe to the right, and now with your two fingers, pinch it, and it combines them all. So that is very good, very useful. Okay, now, is there anything else? Obviously the checkbox just shows and hides layer. Okay, and that's it for layers, I think. Obviously if you hold it, you can move it. Yep. Now, can you do this? Oh, okay, so I didn't know. If you hold your layer and you can duplicate it, that's cool. Okay, now on to the next thing, which is the color. Here you have, well, here you have your, I think that's the basic one, the default one. So here you can pick your color. Wow. So here you have the color, here you have the value, the saturation, or whatever. So yeah, but I use this. I like the, because I have the same in the Photoshop. So yeah, and here you can actually get the perfect white, and in this you have to, you don't have perfect white, you see. What you have to do is just press 2 times and then you have a perfect white. So yeah, here you can choose your colors. Obviously you have classic, harmony, that just shows you complementary colors. So yeah, that's cool. Also value and palette. I think there is a setting that you can actually add the photo and it makes you a color palette from that photo, so that's useful. I want to learn about it. Okay, but here you have a history of your colors. So if you draw something, then you change your color, and you want this, but you erased it, you have this color in your history. So yeah, here you can save your colors. That's what I use. That's the basic color that I use for everything, for my sketches. Okay, so now we know everything about this, obviously. Okay, what I didn't tell you is if you press the brush, let's say this or this, and you press it again, here you have all the options for your brush. Here you can try this brush. Yeah, that's cool. Now here you have options for this place where you can test your brush. So here you have preview size, colors, and whatever. Now, but I don't really care about it. So here you have all the settings for the brush. I won't go into detail, try for itself, but what I use, I mean, yeah, those are my settings. You can yoink them as well, but I'll probably add my brushes to, like, so you can download or something. I like them. I like especially this blend brush. It blends very well, very cool. Okay, yeah. So now onto the next thing, which is the top left corner, where you have all the settings and useful tools. The first thing is the gallery. You know, you have all the drawings here. You can obviously select them and do whatever. But yeah, onto the more things. So yeah, here you have your options, actions. So you can insert a file, insert a photo, take a photo, add text, cut, whatever. Canvas. Here what I use is nothing. I use flip horizontal, but for that I have something else, so I'll tell you about that later. So yeah, here you can share. So I don't know what it does, but sometimes it switches to eraser automatically. I mean, without my, doing it. So yeah, here you have your share icon button, and here you can save your files. So let's say we want to save this to PNG. We just press it and then add to our photos. So yeah, that's what I use. You can also, I don't know what it does. Okay, you can also save it to the Photoshop format. So that's cool. You have your own Procreate format and whatever, PDF, JPEG, and whatever. But now, okay, to video. Here you have a time lapse. So it shows you, it's recording what you draw, and it is like, I don't know how much speed, but it's a time lapse of your canvas. So that's cool. I like it. Okay, so here you have your preferences. So you can have light mode, right hand, left hand, whatever. Dynamic brush scaling, project canvas. So that probably like moves your canvas to the monitor or whatever, if you're connected to your Mac or what's up. Yeah, brush cursor, that's cool. I think it's in the newer iPads with the M1 chip or whatever. I love it. So okay, advanced cursor settings, pressure and smoothing. So here I have on default. I used to have it different because I didn't like to press very hard, but whatever. Okay, gesture controls, that's later. And yeah, that's it. So here you have help. I don't know, that's whatever. So here you have adjustments, and what I use here and what I recommend for you to use is the hue, saturation, brightness. That is like a game-changing. Do we have layer? Yeah. So we press this, and now here we can change our hue color. It is like the Photoshop setting. So yeah, that is useful. I don't know why it does that. Okay, so here you have saturation. This is actually super useful. And here you have brightness. Okay, you can make it white and black. Cool. Okay, let's leave it like that. Whatever. Now here you have color balance. It is also useful, but I don't use it. A curves, gradient map, Gaussian blur. That's nice. It is good for backgrounds. Yeah, but I don't really use it, but because I don't draw a background yet. But yeah, I will probably. So yeah, here we have motion blur, a perspective blur, noise sharpen, bloom, glitch, halftone, chromatic aberration. You'll try this on your own or whatever, but here is the best tool from all of this. It is liquify. So in Photoshop you have a liquify tool, and it's the best tool that was ever made. What I like about this liquify tool, that you can take multiple layers, if I remember it correctly. So yeah, you see, you can draw, you can liquefy multiple layers. That is very cool. So yeah, okay. Now I mean, here obviously you have your size control, pressure, 75, distortion, momentum. Also here you have like the other settings. That's good if your line art is too bulky. You can make it, you see, you can make it, oh my god, it's shaking. You can make it you know, thinner, or you can make it bulkier. Crystals, oh, that's cool. I don't use it. Edge, yeah. Oh, that's actually also, you can use it for line art, whatever. So, but that's push. This is actually the tool that I only use, so yeah. Now here we have everything, but now we have a selection tool. So I don't use all of these settings. What I use is just freehand and this, so it lets us select it. And now obviously you can fill it. Okay, multiple layers, but yeah, let's say this layer. Okay, you can fill it with the color. Wait, first we have to select. You can fill it, but you have to, you know, press this, but whatever. Okay, now what it lets us do. So if you select it, now there's one option that you can drag and drop your color. If you press continue filling, you can drop more things. You see here, here, here. Okay, yeah, that's cool, but it is mostly that I use. It is mostly for transforming the, you know, this. So now we have chosen this, and we can now play with it. So yeah, we can change the size, the width, the height, the rotation, whatever. Now I think that's the most important. So it locks all the walls, so you can, you know, it has a constant, you know, ratio. Okay, yeah, but I use also distortion, which lets us, you see this, control, cool. And warp. Warp is like a budget little liquefy tool, but sometimes it's useful. So yeah, also if you select it, well, if you select it, you can flip it, advanced mesh. Okay, so there's, oh, okay, you can rotate it, fit to canvas and whatever, and you have a lot of options that you can actually try for yourself. Okay, so I want to show you now the tools and tips that I use that are useful. So the first thing is, if you have 3 fingers, you swipe it, it clears the layer. You see, it clears the layer if you have 3 fingers and you swipe on the canvas. So next thing is, now let's go to the gestures. So preferences, now gesture control, and here what I use is let's see, eyedropper. So if you tap the square, you get the eyedropper. Here quick shape, I don't use it, but yeah, quick menu, that's very useful. There you have, if you tap with 4 fingers, it full screens, clear layers. Yeah, that's what with 3 finger does. Yep. Okay, but okay, yeah, but this is what's interesting. So yeah, if you press with your finger the square, and now with your pencil you get this options. So you can make it is quick menu, you can probably add whatever you want here, but what is very important is the flip horizontal. It lets you flip your canvas and you can spot all the mistakes that you made, so that's very cool. All right, so obviously you can horizontally, vertically, you can add new layer. Well, wait, you can add new layer and whatever. Okay, so now the next thing is references. So there's a specific thing that you can, I don't know where it is, canvas, yeah, there, that is, it is a reference. So it is also like a navigator in Photoshop, so you can You probably can change the size or whatever. Not like this. I don't know, maybe like this. Oh, here you can change the size, so you have, you know, you working really close, you know, on all the details. Where is my brush? You work on your details and everything, and here you have the big picture. You can see if it looks alright or whatever. But yeah, so, but also you can put image, you can put your face, I don't know why, but whatever. Image is the most important. But what I do, how I use reference, actually that's cool, but you gotta, right, you have to like download the image or whatever. So what I use is just use the iPad's setting, split view, and now we choose the Pinterest or whatever, and here you have like the anatomy, but actually I do that, so yeah. And now you can use the reference, so here you have shoulder or whatever. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so for references, that's it. Yeah, so that's basically it for today. I love this app. It is very pleasant to draw on this. It is basically a Photoshop, but for iPad. So yeah, I love using it. I love the brushes, the tools, everything about it. So yeah. Okay, here. So that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope maybe you just want to buy iPad and you want to see how this program looks or whatever. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. Below you have all my socials, my Patreon, whatever. So that's it. Yeah, bye.